The Night of the Hunter is truly compelling, haunting, and frightening classic masterpiece of a thriller fantasy genre, and the only film ever directed by a great British actor, Charles Laughton. In Laughton's words, it was a nightmarish sort of Mother Goose tale. Beside a beautiful music score, the visually strict black and white photography of Stanley Cortex is exceptional, presenting the story in a very creative way. For example, only twice during the river sequence do the children venture onto land, both times seeking help and refuge at the farmhouse they find along the shore. Let's take a closer look at this plot to analyze how Cortex chose to frame the shots and the composition of the frames to see how these shots foretells what the children will find there. In this shot, choreographic methods were used to create cinematic image with greater depth. Significant characters John and Pearl are placed in the foreground, with other children and landscape in the soft focus background. The purpose of this frame arrangement is so that the viewer eyes will draw toward and away from the background. With such basic illusion, our eye automatically give depth to the scene. Unlike this shot in Citizen Kane, which used both deep focus and deep space composition, Greg Toland exploited all three planes of depth. The character will place foreground, middle and background. In the foreground, we see the reporter Mr. Thompson is in closed telephone booth. In the middle row, outside the booth, we see the head waiter of the El Rancho nightclub, and in the background, Susan Kane, all in clear focus, yet the arrangement creates depth to the audience. The method used in Susan Kane fulfills the meaning the filmmaker intentionally. It expresses all characters at once, with each character in separate physical, psychological, and emotional space. On the other hand, the method used in Night of the Hunter, with the camera located in the house shooting through the doorway, both sides of the shot are dark, creating only the narrow area for the children to inhabit in the middle third of the frame, not to mention the fact that this space is already crowded with other children when John and Pearl arrive at the dock from the boat. John and Pearl begin the shot small, well in the background, but as they approach the foreground, they quickly fill the narrow frame, verifying the fact that there is simply no room for them here, and that they will be quickly sent away by educated women of the house.
Oh, go away, go away.
When the children reach the second house further down the river, the composition of this environment invites the children as much as the previous one has repelled them. This composition is the complete opposite of the claustrophobic framing of the first house doorway. Besides being a very wide shot, wide enough for two buildings and plenty of sky above and between, the calm water filling the bottom half of the frame and is extremely reflective of the top half, expanding the open space in the same way a mirror wall creates the illusion of a larger room in the house. Besides simply opposing the tightness of the house in the previous scene's composition, however, the lights of this image guide the children onto the shore. Both house and the barn are staged transversely to the camera, which cause their roof to slope inward toward the center, visually drawing the viewer eye and compositionally drawing to the children. Of course, this visual structure is also double in water reflection, strengthening its pull in the frame. We can take this idea one step further. While the barn's roof does not reach the top of the frame, leaving the sky space, this shot is composed in such a way that its reflection in the water does meet the bottom of the frame. In this way, their way forward by the boat is blocked off. The composition demands they stop their rightward process and follow the shot line into the center of the frame, where they will dock their boat and rest in the barn. Comparing those two shots side by side, the shot on the left hand, effectively lighting is used to create a sense of safety as the children escape to the house to rest. The background is well lit and gives the impression of sunset, whereas in the second shot on the right hand, when the children are actively being pursued, the dark and foreboding lighting emphasize the sense of an evil presence and a coming storm. At the same time, it provides a logical timing: daytime at the first house, sunset when getting to the second house, midnight when ran off.